Hey Gemini, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do a weekly reading for you. If you're here, it's probably for a reason. So welcome or welcome back. So this is a reading for January 11th through the 18th, and it's a general reading for Gemini. So general readings tap into the collective, and while they may feel very personal, they are not personal readings. General readings and personal readings are meant to help you connect to your own intuition, which you all possess. So if you do enjoy what I'm doing here and you're so inclined, please like, subscribe, and share my content, and leave me a comment. I always read them, and I sometimes respond. If you're struggling with a situation yourself and you would like to confirm your intuition, you can definitely reach out to me for a personal reading. I definitely would love to help you. All right, so let's get started here. These cards are going to represent your person, whoever you happen to be dealing with. These cards will represent you. This is what both of you are feeling right now, what you're thinking, and what you're doing, okay? All right, and then I'm using a separate oracle deck. I do really love this deck, but it's a little bit small. So I've resisted using it for general readings, but I have been using them lately for personal readings. But I really like them, so we're going to use them today. All right. So these cards over here represent your intuition, what your intuition is telling you. And then right here, this represents your energy in the physical world, as well as their energy in the physical world, okay? Okay, so we're going to start off in the middle here with how you're thinking, with how they're thinking about this connection, okay? Because our thoughts are what help us to manifest, whether they're positive or negative, all right? So what you think about really does matter and really does bring into fruition. You know, you're actually creating your life. You're creating what is happening around you by how you think about things. All right, so let's start with you. 5 of Pentacles. All right, so are you thinking that the door is closed? Are you thinking the door is shut by this person down here? Okay, either that's what you're thinking, or you're feeling like maybe you're left out in the cold in some way, or someone isn't talking to you, or really letting you in on what they're thinking. Let's see what this person has. Knight of Wands. Okay, so Knight of Wands can mean a few things, okay? Knight of Wands can be the energy of Sagittarius, first of all. Okay, so you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. With regards to how this person is thinking, I feel like they're thinking that, you know, this connection or relationship has its ins and outs. It's good times, it's bad times. You know, and it feels like this might be a relationship of extremes. So in other words, when things are really good, they're good. When things aren't good, it's almost like you can't get away from each other fast enough. So that creates a little bit of a split energy, which means, you know, there's probably some uncertainty on one or both of your parts about this connection, because the Knight of Wands, you know, says that this person might be in communication with you or around you maybe 50% of the time or less, you know, and that's really not giving 100%, right? So it's like, even when they're around you and things are good and it feels like both of you are giving 100%, when they're not around you for whatever reason, it could be distance, it could be for a variety of other reasons, it's like there isn't 100% being given to this connection. And I feel like you feel that right now. This is your energy right now, what you're thinking right now, that you feel like this person isn't around. Even if they were around 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago, they're not around right now. Okay? And this person, I feel like they're kind of thinking about the same thing, that they're not around right now. They're not around you right now because they got on their horse and they rode away for whatever reason for the time being. It might be because that's what's most convenient for them, or that's how their life is right now, that they can't give 100%. All right? So let's see what your intuition is saying here. What do we have here? All right, we have the hands. I actually love this card, okay, because one of these hands represents, the hand of a higher power or the universe or God. And then this is your hand. So it's like, this is the energy of surrendering to the universe and saying, you know what? I need some help here. I need some help, and I'm surrendering to this. Your intuition is saying, you know what? The universe has a greater plan here, and I need to surrender to it. What is their intuition telling them? All right, so we have the moon. All right. So this card in the Lenormand deck is about love and romance. All right. But it also can be about psychic abilities. It can be literally about emotions or the shadow side of emotions as well. I feel like this person's, intuition, could be telling them that they need to take a look at the shadow side of their emotions when it comes to this, because the shadow side, I feel like, is what's causing this in and out energy between the two of you, this split energy between the two of you. The reason that they might not be giving 100%, or the reason that you're not giving 100%. All right. All right. So over here, this is the energy of what's going on in the physical world. For you, we have the house. In this deck, the house represents freedom. Okay. So it might be right now. Right now, you might feel a sense of freedom, okay, because this person isn't around in some way. I don't necessarily think that that is a good feeling for you. I think it's a positive energy for you, though. Like, what are you going to do with the time, maybe in between the time that you see this person? It feels like there's something important that you need to listen to as far as your intuition. Something feels like it's going on for you. So let's look at your feelings right now. 2 of Cups. All right, so there's no doubt that you feel this strong mutual connection with your person, okay? What you feel, they feel. So you can't really figure out, maybe why you're feeling like this 5 of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. It doesn't feel It's like it doesn't feel right to you. What are they feeling? 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords is that energy of feeling trapped in some way, trapped in their thoughts. Okay, you know, that really speaks to this Moon card, right? With the shadow side of their emotions. You know, I feel like they go into a dark place when they're not around you. And they might go around and around. You know, the 8 represents the infinity symbol. It's like, you know, it's like going around and around and around with their feelings for you. Again, sometimes things are fantastic and sometimes things are not. You know, and that's true really for any relationship. But I find that some people move through that cycle in extremes. Like there's no middle ground. It's like either everything is fantastic or everything is awful. So what, I also want to take a look at the energy that they're feeling here in the physical world. All right, so we have the staff. So the staff, you know, this person, I feel like this person tends to provoke you in some way. And they do it to maintain a sense of control and power. They provoke you. They know what buttons to push when it comes to you, okay? So, in other words, if the two of you are getting ready to not see each other for a while, I feel like that's when this person might provoke an argument, because it's easier to leave you behind or leave the connection angry than it is to leave you emotional, being emotional and missing you. So I feel like there's something around that. So what are you doing about this, if anything? We have the Tower. This person here might be getting some unexpected action from you. What are they doing? Ace of Swords. They're either figuring out what their truth is about this connection, how they want to move forward, what they want to say to you. Ace of Swords is truthful communication. You know, I don't necessarily feel like the two of you aren't communicating truthfully with each other. I feel like, you know, it's either, again, it's all good or it's not. All right, so let's see. Let's clarify the 5 of Pentacles for you, the Tower for you, and the House for you, which is feeling a sense of freedom. You might feel a sense of freedom from doing something that's unexpected in some way. All right, let's see what the Moon is for them. Let's see what the Knight of Swords is, or Knight of Wands is for them, and the Ace of Swords. All right, so what do we have here for the Moon? We have the Sun. So the Sun clarifying the Moon. You know, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. You know, the Moon is this shadow side of their emotions, and the Sun is absolute bliss. So I feel like the two of you go in between those two extreme emotions. It's like there's no in between. It's either amazing or it's awful. One more. Strength. So strength is about, whether your person is in his or her shadow side of their emotions or they're in their absolute bliss. What I feel like both of those energies have in common is a sense of vulnerability. So this person feels very vulnerable when they're blissfully happy with you, and they feel very vulnerable when they're in the shadow side of their emotions as well. So, one more. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is, I feel like saying, well, how do we give to each other when maybe we're in between bliss and shadow side? How do we behave when we're together and, maybe things aren't fantastically wonderful? Like, how are we giving to each other when we're in that in-between stage that, you could almost call it, when things feel a little bit boring. Boring isn't necessarily bad in a relationship because it means there's no drama there. This is a highly dramatic connection in some way. Okay? And it could be because the two of you live at a distance. You might be separated because of virus. You could be separated, for a lot of reasons right now. But I think what's important here is how the two of you behave and give to each other when you're in that boring kind of in-between phase. Think about relationships that you've had. Are they highly dramatic? I feel like this is a highly dramatic type of connection. And believe me, they are out there a lot. All right, so let's see this Five of Pentacles, how you're thinking. We have the Moon. So, this person's intuition is saying, pay attention to, your emotions and how you're feeling when you're in that shadow side. I feel like you got left out in the cold when this person was in, the shadow side of their emotions, which could mean they turn off emotionally. Knight of Wands clarified by Six of Cups. So this is, again, the energy of what we're thinking about, right? So this person, when they think about you, all they think about are the sunny times, okay? They've got a very selective memory. They think about the times of bliss, and that's what keeps them coming back, okay? It's like they want to shove the shadow under the rug. They don't want to deal with it. I don't feel like this person wants to deal with it. I feel like they definitely deal with it on their own, but it's like they don't want to think about it because they know that they have a hand in that. They know they have a part in that. What's this Tower for you? The Magician. So I feel like this energy here is speaking to the fact that you're surrendering. You're surrendering to the universe for some help. I feel like you're going to get some type of epiphany here as to what to do. Okay, Magician is manifestation. Something is manifesting here and you're going to have a part in it. You're going to do or say something that affects this connection. In spite of the fact that, there's definitely a mutual connection here. This House clarified by Five of Wands. I've seen this card a lot this week. That house represents freedom. So freedom for you can mean doing something that frees up this connection to get out of that dramatic energy. There's definitely drama going on here, you know, because there's split energy. Split energy usually equates to some type of drama. And Five of Wands says, you know, right now, you don't really know where you stand completely with this person because, you know, they might only be around or they might only be giving 50% of the time, especially indicated by all these sixes here for them. Ace of Swords clarified by King of Wands. King of Wands, card of Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. Gemini and Aries. Woo, that would be an interesting connection. So King of Wands, I want to clarify that. One more. Devil. You know, Ace of Swords again is about, you know, somebody speaking the truth here. You know, and this is the column here of what we're doing. I feel like you're inspired to do or say something, and this person I feel like they speak in a very overly confident way. I don't feel like it comes across well with this devil here. You know, I feel like this person, you know, it's a good thing that they speak the truth, but I feel like it's almost like a sermon of what they want and what they need. I don't feel like it's about asking you or making sure that they're doing what you need and want as well. So it comes across as very, very selfish. Devil energy, very less about the connection and more about them. And that's why we're getting this staff here, right? Which is about, which can be about power, right? And they're provoking you. You know, I don't feel like you're going to, I think that's what this is. You know, I feel like the unexpected change is the way that you respond to this provocation is going to be very different than you have in the past. You know, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. One more here. King of Pentacles. Wow. So that's interesting. So we've got King of Wands here, King of Pentacles for you. So instead of getting angry, I feel like you're going to respond in a very, very different manner. You're going to respond with, you know, in a very peaceful way. You may also be, you may generously give them a chance to come out of that energy. I feel like if they come out of that provoking energy, there's a really good chance for this back and forth, in and out energy to get ironed out. But I feel like they do this because, you know, it's like it's easier to leave angry. And I feel like if you guys are ever going to have a fight, it's always before you are getting ready to leave. And ultimately, when you think about it, it's because you don't want to leave each other. So it's easier to fight it out, and, you know, and then there's a period, 5 of Wands, right? When you're free of being around them, where you don't know where you stand, because you might, you know, go for days without talking, or, you know, you might be wondering what's going on with them. Was this it? Was this the last time that I'm going to see them? There's that, you know, that repeated feeling of being abandoned, which, you know, when you do that enough times, you know, it's like crying wolf. Eventually, you know, you become numb to it. You don't even realize what you're doing, or they don't realize what they're doing. So it's really, this connection needs some balance. And I feel like Spirit or the universe is trying to help you do that. You're going to have an epiphany on how to respond differently to this person. Okay? Because when they think about you, all they think about are the good, happy times. They really don't want to address, and that's part of the problem, right? They don't want to address the last time, what happened maybe before they left or before you left. You know, you guys just want to get back into that happy place. So it becomes this repeating pattern because you never really talk about it. All right. They do this to control, okay, to maintain the power. You, I feel like, shift the power. You do. You shift the power in this connection, and it needs to happen. That's what needs to happen in order to balance this out, okay, for both of you. They might provoke you regularly to see if you will step up, you know, and tell them what you need, what you want from them, but in a mature, powerful way yourself too. Okay? All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, you can certainly reach out to me. If not, no worries. I will be doing some singles readings, some relationship readings where the connection might be, you know, in a challenge. And then, you know, if you're in a marriage or you're dealing with somebody in a marriage, I'll be adding about 3 readings a week, you know, for earth, fire, air, water. Okay. All right. That's what I got for you. Have a fantastic week. Thanks so much. All right. Bye.